Hello, and welcome back to the English Podcast. Today, we are going to practice 100 useful English sentences about daily routines. I will speak slowly and clearly so you can listen, understand, and repeat after me. Don't worry if you don't understand every sentence the first time. Just listen, relax, and try to follow the meaning. You can also pause the audio after each sentence and repeat it out loud. Let's imagine that we are spending a normal day together, from the moment I wake up until I go to bed. Ready? Let's begin. Morning routine. I usually wake up around 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't like getting out of bed too quickly, so I take a few minutes to wake up. When I open my eyes, I usually check the time on my phone. Then I sit up in bed and take a deep breath. I try not to look at social media first thing in the morning. I get out of bed, open the curtains, and let some fresh light into the room. Sometimes I feel tired in the morning, especially when I didn't sleep well the night before. On those mornings, I give myself a little more time to wake up. After I get up, I make my bed because I like starting the day with a clean room. Then I walk to the bathroom and wash my face with cold water. 11. Washing my face helps me feel more awake and ready for the day. 12. I brush my teeth and take a quick shower. 13. I don't usually take a long shower in the morning because I have things to do. 14. After my shower, I dry my hair and get dressed. 15. I usually choose simple and comfortable clothes for the day. 16. Before I leave my room, I make sure I have everything I need. 17. I check my phone, my wallet, my keys, and my bag. 18. If I forget my keys, I have to go back and look for them. 19. Once everything is ready, I go to the kitchen and make breakfast. 20. I usually have something simple because I don't like spending too much time cooking in the morning. Sometimes I have eggs and bread for breakfast. On busy mornings, I just have some fruit and a cup of tea or coffee. I like drinking something warm while I slowly wake up. While I eat breakfast, I sometimes listen to a short English podcast. I don't try to study too much in the morning because I want to start my day calmly. After breakfast, I wash my cup and clean the kitchen. I don't like leaving dirty dishes in the sink before I leave home. Then I check my schedule and think about what I need to do that day. I usually have a few important things on my list. I try to finish the most important task first, instead of doing everything at once. 31. Before I leave the house, I check the weather. If it looks cold outside, I take a jacket with me. If it is raining, I take an umbrella. I also check the time because I don't want to be late. When I'm finally ready, I take my bag and leave the house. Going to work, school. I usually walk to the bus stop because it is not very far from my home. Sometimes I listen to music while I walk. Other times I listen to English because I want to improve my listening skills. I try to pay attention to the words instead of just listening to the sound. When the bus arrives, I get on and look for an empty seat. 41. If there are no empty seats, I just stand and wait. The trip usually takes about 30 minutes. During the trip, I sometimes look out the window and watch people going to work. I also use that time to think about my plans for the day. When I arrive, I check my phone one more time before I start working. 46. I usually start work at 9 o'clock. The first thing I do is check my messages and see if anything needs my attention. Then I look at my to-do list and decide what I should do first. I try to stay focused because I can easily get distracted by my phone. When I have a lot of work, I turn off unnecessary notifications. I usually work for a while before taking my first break. If I don't understand something, I ask questions instead of pretending that I understand. I think asking questions is one of the best ways to learn. Around lunchtime, I start thinking about what I want to eat. Sometimes I bring food from home, and sometimes I buy something nearby. Lunch break. I usually take my lunch break around 1 o'clock. I like having enough time to eat without feeling rushed. Sometimes I eat with my coworkers, and we talk about our day. We don't always talk about work because it's nice to take a real break. After lunch, I usually drink some water or have another cup of tea. 61. I try not to eat too much because I don't want to feel sleepy afterward. When my lunch break is over, I go back to work. The afternoon usually feels faster because I know the end of the day is getting closer. If I feel tired, I stand up and walk around for a few minutes. A short break helps me clear my mind and focus again. Afternoon. 66. I usually finish work around 5 o'clock. Before I leave, I check my to-do list and see what I still need to finish. If something can wait until tomorrow, I don't worry about it too much. I pack my things, say goodbye to my coworkers, and leave. On my way home, I sometimes stop at a supermarket. 71. I usually buy a few things that I need for dinner or for the next day. I try to make a shopping list because it helps me save time and money. When I get home, I put my bag down and take off my shoes. I usually sit down for a few minutes because I need a little time to relax. Sometimes I feel tired after work, so I don't want to do anything for a while. Evening routine. After I rest for a little while, I start preparing dinner. I don't always cook something special, especially when I'm tired. Sometimes I make something quick and easy. While I'm cooking, I might listen to music or a podcast. When dinner is ready, I sit down and enjoy my meal. 80. When dinner is ready, I sit down and enjoy my meal. 81. I try not to use my phone too much while I'm eating. 82. After dinner, I clean the kitchen and wash the dishes. 83. Then I finally have some free time for myself. 84. Sometimes I watch a movie or a few videos online. 85. Other evenings, I read a book or practice my English. 86. If I have enough energy, I go for a short walk outside. 87. I enjoy walking in the evening because it helps me relax after a busy day. 88. When I come back home, I usually take another look at my plans for tomorrow. Night routine. 89. I prepare the things I need for the next morning before I go to bed. 90. I put my clothes somewhere easy to find so I don't have to look for them in the morning. I also put my keys and wallet in the same place. Before going to bed, I brush my teeth and wash my face. I try to stay away from my phone because using it too much can keep me awake. Sometimes I read for 10 or 15 minutes before I turn off the light. I think about the things I did that day and the things I want to do tomorrow. If I had a difficult day, I remind myself that tomorrow is a new day. I don't expect every day to be perfect because everyone has good days and bad days. When I finally feel tired, I turn off the light and get into bed. I take a deep breath, relax my body, and let my mind slow down. Then I close my eyes and go to sleep, ready to start another day tomorrow. Handy shadowing practice. Now, let's practice a few of the most useful sentences again. Listen carefully and repeat after me. I usually wake up around 7 o'clock in the morning. I make my bed after I get up. I take a quick shower and get dressed. I usually have something simple for breakfast. I check the weather before I leave home. I try to finish my most important task first. I usually take my lunch break around 1 o'clock. I sometimes stop at a supermarket on my way home. When I get home, I take some time to relax. I prepare everything I need for the next morning. I try to stay away from my phone before bed. Then I close my eyes and go to sleep. Great job! You have just practiced 100 daily routine sentences in English. Don't worry if you couldn't repeat every sentence perfectly. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to listen, understand, repeat, and slowly become more comfortable with English. Try listening to this episode again tomorrow. This time, don't just listen. Speak with me. Pause after each sentence, repeat it, and try to copy my pronunciation and rhythm. With regular practice, these simple sentences can become part of your everyday English. Keep practicing, keep listening, and most importantly, keep speaking English.